Constitutional rights are fundamental rights and freedoms granted to individuals and protected by a country's constitution or Bill of Rights. These rights vary from one country to another but often include certain core principles that safeguard individual liberties and limit government authority. Here are some common constitutional rights found in many democratic countries. Freedom of speech, the right to express one's opinions and ideas freely, including the freedom to criticize the government or engage in political discourse without censorship. Freedom of religion, the right to practice, preach, and worship any religion or belief system of one's choice without government interference or discrimination. Freedom of the press, the right of the media to report news and information without censorship, government control, or undue restrictions. Freedom of assembly, the right to peacefully gather, protest, or demonstrate in public spaces, often subject to reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. Freedom of association, the right to form or join organizations, clubs, or political parties without government interference. Right to privacy, protection against unwarranted government intrusion into one's private life, home, correspondence, and personal information. Right to due process, the right to a fair and impartial legal process, including the right to a trial, legal representation, and protection against self-incrimination. Right to a fair trial, the right to a speedy and public trial, the presumption of innocence until proven guilty, and the right to confront witnesses and evidence. Protection against cruel and unusual punishment, safeguards against inhumane or excessive punishment, and the prohibition of torture or cruel treatment. Protection against discrimination, prohibitions against discrimination on the basis of race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or other protected characteristics. Property rights, the right to own and control private property, subject to reasonable regulations and protections against unlawful seizure. Right to bear arms, in some countries, the right to own and bear firearms for self-defense or other lawful purposes. Right to vote, the right to participate in free and fair elections, choose representatives, and have one's voice heard in the political process. Right to education, the right to access education and opportunities for intellectual and personal development. Right to healthcare, in some countries, the right to access healthcare services and medical care. Constitutional rights are a cornerstone of democratic societies, as they protect individual liberties and provide a framework for the rule of law. They serve as a check on government power and ensure that citizens can exercise their freedoms and participate in civic life with confidence in their legal protections.